Hello, I'm Chris Tucci. I had a little more success than I did last week, and I discovered with last week that I had set up my table in MySQL wrong. With this project, as you can see, there are a lot of files, so I'm just going to focus mostly on functionality. But this week I started this project from scratch. I've been working on a lot of CSS stuff lately, so I decided I would create like a color palette, which would be like an index of color names and like their respective hex values. I also created shade, which has a many-to-one relationship to color. And if we look at the actual tables in MySQL, like the shade has a relationship to color. It essentially uses color's ID, which is its primary key, as a foreign key. But we'll just pull up the actual program here. You can see the index page acts as navigation. But if we go to the color side of it, if we look at the actual table, there is a color already in there. I'm going to add a new color here, make white. If we check the table, it has been uploaded. You can also edit that and put it as free. We'll call it like gray. Pull that up again. It has been successfully edited to gray. There is a problem. I did try to do the view all function, but every time I do, it just displays a blank page, even though the actual table does indeed change. Lastly, we can also test the delete function. It has gray at ID 3. If we check again, gray has been deleted. You can also do this to shade, which the idea is that, like, if I add something as like a shade of black, which is on here, which has the ID of 1, we'll just say charcoal has that hex value. We can add that. We can check it here. And you can see it's been added. And if we delete it, oh, we have an ID of 6. Check that again. And it is now an empty set. So all those aspects work. But again, I had the same problem with viewing. But the thinking is, again, these tables do have a relationship. The idea in the code is that these would actually perform a join function. If I can remember where I put it. The logic for a join function should be there. If the view function was working, it would be displaying on the actual page. And again, I've tried like several different versions of like these servlets, some of which were original code, some of which are pretty much derived from all of the various lab examples we have. Every time I tried, it just had the same results no matter what. With all that, most of the program functions correctly. That's about all I got.